Hello, everyone. Welcome in. There have been over 100 kids rescued in Memphis last month, and there's been pushback from the Shelby County Sheriff and Mayor. And I ask why. The children's lives matter and come first. Well, the Memphis State Task Force and the U.S. Marshals united to rescue over 100 kids in Memphis. I believe the count is 101. Unity, my friends. Over 30 agencies united together, and I'm going to give you a glimpse behind the scenes of them working to bring the kids home and get crime off the street. The Shelby County Sheriff of Memphis was not happy. The mayor was not happy. Although over 31 agencies united to fight crime, get it off the streets, that should be the goal. They should want this, not receive pushback regarding this beautiful unity that focuses on getting crime off the streets and children returning to their homes. Governor Lee says they're not going anywhere. The task force will remain, and this will continue. That is strength. That is strong. And we need more strength when it comes to crime and bringing children home. As of November 8th, the Memphis Safe Task Force has located and safely returned 101 missing children. Parents and caregivers can now sleep soundly that their children have been safely returned home. The U.S. Marshals Service Missing Child Unit is assisting local and state authorities in investigating these cases. Unity, bringing kids home, recognizing they're not home, saying their names. That's what it takes. Fighting crime, being strong against crime. We are happy that we have been able to use our fugitive hunting skills to assist local and state authorities with finding these missing children, said Emily Williams, the U.S. Marshals spokesperson. What a testament to our partnerships to be able to work these cases together. Unity, not ego. Sumner County, are you listening? While investigative work is tedious, locating missing and endangered children is one of the things we are most proud of, as they should be. And those who turn their backs on missing children should be ashamed. The Memphis Safe Task Force, an interagency coalition of federal, state, and local law enforcement partners, continues to demonstrate the power of collaboration in advancing public safety. And again, it's not about an ego, it's about bringing kids home. And if you can't focus on that, maybe you should put your focus in a different career, in my opinion. This operation is a testament to the dedication. This operation is a testament to the dedication of every agency involved and the strength of our shared commitment to protecting the community of Memphis. Unity, taking an oath, living by that oath, having pride in that oath, having pride in fighting crime. That's what is needed all over our country. Sheriff Floyd Bonner, Sheriff Floyd Bonner Jr., when he heard of this task force, was trying to file contracts and contact attorneys to stop the task force. Why would he want to stop something that could bring vulnerable, exploited children off the streets and criminals off the streets? It makes no sense. Contacting attorneys and filing contracts to stop the task force, citing they were not prepared for the amount of criminals and housing them. Memphis is the crossing point of the country for trucking and shipping, and that opens the window to S trafficking. There is a problem there, and there's a problem all over Tennessee. It is permeated through Tennessee. Tennessee needs strong leadership. Tennessee needs strong Law enforcement, Tennessee needs to call in the Marshals for help when they have missing children rather than turn their back on the missing children. Well, his concern is for his jail, and rightfully so, considering there is an investigation into the jails in Shelby County, just like Sumner County, receiving allegations of SA against female inmates. This is happening in Sumner County as well, or has happened. Sumner County, it is Eric Craddock, the sheriff's job to protect the jails, to run the jails. In Shelby County, although the sheriff is being mentioned in the allegations, he claims that it is the mayor's duty to oversee the jails. And quite frankly, this is just another example of mishmash within a county. Whose jurisdiction? Who's in charge of what? Get it together and do better, Tennessee. Do better. The mayor is calling for a state of emergency, asking for $1.5 million in emergency funding because of the task force efforts. Is this another way to deter them? Asking for big money that they may not be able to receive or give to them or choose not to. Therefore, they think that's a strategy to stop the task force? I don't know. But Governor Lee says they are going nowhere. This is remaining. This is staying. They are getting crime off the streets and children home. And why wouldn't these individuals who have dedicated their lives to the county, to the children, to protect and serve the people, why would you try and stop a task force that could rescue even just one child, let alone over 100? Stopping it means another day, another week, another month that these children who have been trafficked and are living in Memphis, that they continue to be abused, exploited, and traumatized. That is much more important to bring them home. I think the focus in Tennessee needs to change, and it looks like it is happening. Let's go ahead and hope that permeates all the way over to Middle Tennessee in Sumner County. Tennessee has ass-backward thinking. It's running rampant through the law enforcement and jails in Tennessee. Children's lives matter. Children's lives matter. Let's watch a little clip of the task force behind the scenes, over 30 agencies working in the same room together. Unity, not ego. Compassion, dedication, not indifference and complacency. This is credit to Action News 5. Take a listen.
The U.S. Marshals Service leads the task force, and in an interview you'll see only on 5, the marshal in charge of the West Tennessee District says this mission would not work, could not work, without the best collaboration and coordination.
This is day 67, and as you can see, we are working.
Tyrese Miller, U.S. Marshal for the Western District of Tennessee, giving Action News 5 an exclusive look inside the Memphis Safe Task Force Command Center in East Memphis. 31 local, state, and federal agencies all working together to locate wanted fugitives.
They feed information to the field. If the field may request information here, and if 2 different agencies need to talk to one another, rather than send an email, as you can see, they're sitting right next to each other.
This is the intel side of the mission, providing data for the warrant strike teams who go out and make the arrests. More than 3,600 in the first 2 months of the operation. For Marshal Miller, the mission is personal.
I grew up coming to Memphis. I have great memories of Liberty Land, Mid-South Coliseum.
Miller's from Jackson, Tennessee. He joined the U.S. Marines straight out of high school.
I left here a boy. Came back a man.
A man who knew he wanted to uphold law and order, serving 23 years with Jackson Police before being appointed to lead the U.S. Marshal's Office for our region.
Being a marshal here for 5 years, I've developed relationships with Chief Davis, with Sheriff Bonner. They've been great partners. And so I think that has contributed to the success of the task force.
Overall crime down 45% since the task force arrived in late September. Murders down 49%. Auto theft down 71%.
You walk into a restaurant, people are thanking to you, offering to buy your meal. You have people just, wanting to take photos with you, things like that, just coming up to you and thanking you. And that's not really something I've ever experienced before.
Working together in one room so they can communicate. The public, for the most part, happy, thankful that the crime rates are down, the M rates are down, and children are being rescued. Here they are in action in Memphis. And just to let you know, I think it was 101 missing children were located. 2,342 arrests were made in 41 days. They cleared more than 1,000 search warrants. 389 illegal guns were taken off the streets. And again, most importantly, 101 children were rescued who didn't have to live another day of exploitation, trauma, and abuse. Children's lives matter. Thank you so much to the Memphis Task Force. If you are listening, please take your efforts to Sumner County. There is a young man missing there who's been missing almost 2 years, and the lead agency will not reach out to you. They will not reach out to the Marshals. They will not reach out to the Cold Case Foundation. They won't even say his name. All the posts they make every day about spaghetti dinners for campaigns and shopping with the kids, which is a great service, doesn't mean you forget the ones that aren't home. So if you're listening, please take your efforts to Sumner County, where there is an alleged sex teeing ring, drug teeing ring being filtered through elective officials, allegedly, the housing industry, allegedly, and that is where they are laundering money through. Please help the children all over Tennessee, and let's get this focus onto Middle Tennessee. There is so much more to this story, my friends. As I've been diving into this, so much more to come. So hit that notification bell. We need to improve the country, the world, as to the way they look at missing children, how missing children are handled. And most importantly, it should never be in the hands of one person to escalate it to another agency. Because what if that one person allegedly has such a big ego or didn't do something right investigatively, so doesn't want the embarrassment of other eyes on the case? It's not fair to the missing children. Let's shape up Tennessee, have it permeate through the United States and around the world. The time is now. Our children's lives matter. We need to bring them all home. Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, there's so much more to this story. Hit that notification bell, subscribe. But 101 kids were rescued. The task force is not going anywhere. There's pushback from the Shelby County Sheriff because he wanted to stop it by contacting attorneys and filing contracts. When, my goodness, wouldn't you want those kids rescued and find a way to house the criminals? Thank you so much for being here. Keep keeping on, my friends. Watch your surroundings. And if you see something, please say something. Memphis, Tennessee, all of Tennessee, we're going to change things there. We're not going to tolerate complacency, misconduct, and silence.